for me now. No.
I've been muted the whole time. I hate myself. We're doing a Summer Game Fest tier list. And yeah, we're just gonna be ranking all the different games from State of Play, Xbox thing, Summer Game Fest. I got a censor thing because I don't want ad revenue. I'm covering ads. I have it scrolled up so I don't get a bunch of ads. I have it like halfway through the bottom of my freaking OBS. So it doesn't give me ads. Hold on, how much lower do I have to go for that? That's the lowest it's gonna get, I think. But yeah, there's like 2 separate lists because I couldn't find one that had all of them together. So one's for State of Play, one's for Xbox Game Showcase and Summer Game Fest together. Anyway, I gave Luminous a B because I think it's a solid game. I don't know if it's necessarily for me. I do know a lot of people like it. I think it's cool, like series, like a rhythm game, not rhythm game, puzzle game, but it's got music in it. Oh, my friend is texting me. It's a big ol' ant. Friend sent me a picture of an ant or something. Anywho, oh Jesus. I've already been streaming for 4 minutes somehow. I hate myself. But yeah, Luminous for me is a B. Pragmata, however you say that freaking name. I think it looks like one of the more solid, like original Capcom titles, other than like Resident Evil or like Street Fighter or whatever other stuff that they've got going. I don't freaking know. Like off the top of my head, I don't know nothing. I think that's another B for me, cause like, yeah, it looks cool, but will I play it? Probably not. But I do know a lot of people were hyped for it, so yeah. I think it was nice though. It was cool. I'm trying to go semi in order, but I don't even remember what order it was in. It's whatever. I'm just gonna go however I feel like. Baby Steps, another B, to be honest. Another B. Cause like, I think that game's gonna be really funny. I think it's gonna be cool. Like, it's made by the guy who did Getting Over It, so we've got potential here. But is it on the same caliber as a lot of the other games that we're gonna be going through here today? Probably not. Probably not. Bloodstained. This is like that sort of weird kind of Castlevania sort of game. I think it's Castlevania. I don't freaking know. Like it's a Castlevania like. That's the energy I get off of it. It looks cool, right? But it's another B for me. I'm gonna be real with you. It's another B. Yeah. I don't remember a lot about it, but it looked nice. So that's the credit I'll give it for B. Cairn. We're gonna blaze through a couple of these. Cairn is B. I'd say the Digimon thing was an A. Hirogami was an A. I'd say Digimon is an A because it's Digimon, right? It looks nice. It looks solid. I like it. If I feel like it, I might play it. Oh right, Romeo is a Dead Man. I would say that's a solid A. It looked interesting. Frick, I scrolled again. I'm trying not to give them revenue here. But yeah. I think it looks solid. I think it looks fun. It reminds me a lot of like Dead Rising. Oh frick, there's more ads up top. I'm okay, so I guess no matter what I do, I'm freaking they're gonna come after me. The freaking ads, I guess. I don't know. Is this good? I mean, I guess like this I could be a little bit smaller, you know? Yeah. How's the other list look with that? Looks solid. But yeah. Anywho, if if these companies get any ad revenue off of me, good for you. I would prefer if you didn't, but th these little, like, very small segments are the least you'll get out of me. And no one's probably gonna watch this anyway, so I don't think it matters. Um, yeah, but Romeo's Dead Man. That reminds me a lot of like Dead Rising. So I think that's gonna be pretty solid. Like Dead Rising, but with guns and swords. Actually, I think there was a gun and a sword in the original Dead Rising. I don't freaking care. But yeah, I think that's gonna be solid. Everybody's Golf. It's another B. The B's are getting a little too much, but like I'm just being honest here. We gotta be honest here. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I think this might be the first S of the tier list because this is one of the very few things that like people in the FGC, the fighting game community, whatever, have wanted for the longest time ever, dude. Just like a collection of the Mortal Kombat games. It's all we've wanted. And I'm just really happy that it exists. Uh 007 First Light. I think it looked really cool, right? I think it was super nice. I think it has a lot of potential to be a great game. However, we haven't seen a lot of gameplay. The least amount of gameplay we've gotten is like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So until we see more, it's just A for me. It's just A. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, on the other hand, that's solid. No pun intended. That is pretty solid. That's another S for me. That's another S for me. I like all the stuff they showed in it. I'm hyped for that game in general, right? It just all around. That's gonna be a good game. And like the Ape Escape stuff that they showed at the end of it, it's just gonna be nice. Ninja Gaiden. Uh, what's the subtitle? Rage something. I can't freaking read it. And you know what? I'm not gonna put in the effort to read it. That's another A. Ninja Gaiden is great, but yeah, like the original Ninja Gaiden games with Strider and whatnot. Those are all great. Um, I'm not gonna put them at S tier though, because you know I've never really played any of the Ninja Gaiden games, but I do know a lot of people just love Ninja Gaiden, so it's a solid A. Sea of Remnants. This game looks sick, right? Everything that I've seen of this game, everything they've showed off, I really like the art style. It just looks great to me. There were a lot of like visually pleasing games in the state of play, I think. But yeah, I feel like Sea of Remnants is an A, just an A. Neo 3. I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, right? But I've never played a single Neo game in my life, ever. I don't know a lot about it. If y'all want to see it, I'd be open to playing it. But yeah, I don't know. Until I get an opinion or like someone tells me to try it out, sure, I will. But until then, it's just a C for me. It's just a C. Silent Hill F. I think it's cool. I think it's like out of all the Silent Hill games, I don't think we've gotten one that takes place somewhere other than America. So I think the fact that we're getting like a Japan Silent Hill game in general is cool. Because there's gonna be like from what we saw, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in it that's um, like Japanese like folklore or whatever. I don't know if it's like folklore. I might be messing the words up because I don't know a lot off the top of my head. But like I think it's gonna be pretty solid. I would say another A, not S for me personally, not S, but a strong A, strong A. I'd probably put it like maybe above, yeah, like top of A, to be honest, top of A. Uh, sort of the C. It's another B. I think it looks really good. It's a really like pretty game. Freaking ads. No, you're not. I'm trying to click off of you. Go. Okay. I'm literally clicking the X. I'm clicking the X and it's not going away. That sucks. that that just sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Um, yeah, I don't freaking want that there. I'm gonna upload this to the YouTube and the video is gonna suck. No one's gonna watch it. I guarantee. Um, Final Fantasy, what was it? Tactics? I always forget if it's tactics or like strategy. It's another A for me, right? Beloved game, but I've never played it. So until I get the chance, I'll have to not put it at S, but I do know a lot of people like it, and I do find it interesting. I do think it's good. Thief VR. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I thought it was cool, but it's a C. It's a C. Like PlayStation VR games are cool and whatnot. How far into this am I? Okay, that's just my background music. I was checking. But I feel like the fact that Thief is getting any sort of like revival in any sense is super cool. But the fact that it's a VR title is just kind of eh. Like I think VR is super cool. There's a lot of like things we could do with that, a lot of like implications, yada yada yada. But mm, I feel like if they wanted to make a new Thief game, they could have just done it regularly. But I still think it's super cool. The Astrobot update. I think that is a high A for me personally. I love that game so much. I think it deserved Game of the Year in every sense of the word, and it earned it too. It was just a great game. There was it was virtually flawless in every sense of the word. It was just a fun game that like every single like little reference or Easter egg or hidden detail that you could find in it would just put a smile on your face or on my face. I don't know about y'all, but like everything about it just makes me happy. And it's getting an update and they're adding a bunch of new stuff. I love when this game gets updates because every single one has so much charm behind it. Except for maybe the speedrun levels. Those stress me out. Uh, but yeah, high A for Astrobot. Tides of Tomorrow, B. B. Because, like, it's a super cool concept for a game, I think. Right? Super cool. But is it, like. It all depends on how it's going to turn out, for me personally. Like, if it's, like, live service, which it probably is, like it probably is live service, but like that might turn me off from it a little bit because I'm not huge into live service games, but you know, like I still think it has potential to be super cool. I really like the art style. It kind of reminds me bleh, stuttering. It kind of reminded me a lot of Sea of Thieves in a way. I think that was super cool. I like that. But like yeah, I don't know. They'll have to drop a couple more trailers on it to really sell me, but yeah. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, immediate S. This is everything that I've ever wanted in like a fighting game ever. And also I'm a huge comic book nerd, right? I love Marvel. And it's developed by Arc Systems. I'm also a Guilty Gear fan, if I hadn't mentioned that. This is going to be peak. In every sense of the word, this is going to be peak. I don't care what price it's going to be when it drops. I will pay that price. Cuz it's going to be worth it. I guarantee you. It could be $1 million and I would buy it. I will cross the ocean for this game. There is no tide that I cannot tame for the sake of playing this game. Uh, Ghost of Yote. I'm really hyped for Ghost of Yote because I loved Ghost of Tsushima. Like that game is like amazing. It's such a beautiful game. Like honestly, I think in terms of like storytelling and gaming, that was it's one of the best games of all time. One of the best. But they didn't really show a lot of it in the state of play. They showed like a few seconds of it in like the end or the middle, or no, it was like they showed a few seconds of it in like somewhere near the start or like in the middle, and then they showed off like a few seconds of it of like the character sharpening her sword and like the wolf coming on the screen like right before they showed off the Tokon trailer, and that was it. So like I'm really hyped for this game. I would put it in S, but the only thing that's keeping me from doing that is the amount that they showed from it, which wasn't a whole lot. So that's just an A, like high A, yeah, high A. But they gotta show more of the game, dude. They have to. Um, the PlayStation Arcade, um, freaking controller. I don't know what they're called. I'm not gonna take time out of my stream to look it up. So sue me. I think it looks really cool. Low A for me. Low A. I think it's gonna be nice. The Killer Instinct, Resident Evil, and Deus Ex game and whatnot coming to the freaking whatever it's called, PlayStation Plus. I think that's super cool, right? You know why? It opens up so many possibilities, right? Like it opens up the possibility of um new Twisted Metal. Did I say Killer Instinct? I'm stupid. It opens up a possibility of a new Twisted Metal game. And I know someone's going to say that I'm coping or whatever. Someone will say that. I guarantee you. It's the internet for freaking somebody's sake. Right? They're going to be saying that I live in Copenhagen and that I just have been huffing copium. But every time, right, as of like these last few years, every time that there's been like a port of an old game to modern consoles, within those next few years ish, there's been like a 50-50 chance that they announce like a new game in like a new installment in that series. So for the sake of like the Twisted Metal stuff, I would say this is A. For Resident Evil, right? I would say that's also A because OG games, hype, whatnot, yada yada. Um, and also Deus Ex. So yeah, it's an A, but it's a low A. FBC Firebreak, B. No D tiers on this list. No D tiers at all. Very solid. Very solid. I don't think any of them were bad. I don't think so. This, in my opinion, this is a solid list. Very solid list, if you ask me. Next up, Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Showcase. What are these tier names? Confirmed in my wish list. Okay, I'll keep that. But this is probably just gonna be S A. Cool, but not for me. I don't think that should be that high up. So I'm yeah. ABC. I skipped C. ABC. D. E. F. I think what I'm gonna do is not for me. And then hold on. Add row below. And it's gonna be like hold on. I fricked up. Okay. Actually, this is gonna be gray. Bad. So we have confirmed on my wish list S, A, B, C, D, E, F. Not for me, I don't know, and bad. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Let's get straight into it. Dying Light the Beast. B. Another thing I'm probably gonna get flack for. I've never played the Dying Light games. I've never touched them. I think it'd be cool, right? I think it's sick that this is actually coming out. I was actually super hyped when I saw the trailer because I didn't expect it to be Dying Light. I was like, wait, what is this? And I was like, oh my god, it's Dying Light. I know they probably said it before they showed it on screen and I just wasn't paying attention. But still, I do think it's super cool. But it's just a B for me. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Solid S. Solid S. I already knew that the game was going to come out. I knew, like, the fact that it existed. I think it's super sick. And the fact that they showed off guest characters at the end of it was super cool. Like, we're getting Hatsune Miku, we're getting the guy from Yakuza, we're getting freaking Joker Persona 5. I love Persona, so it got bonus points for me. But was it confirmed on my wish list? No. I do think it was super solid though, so I'm gonna give it S. Like probably a lot better than a lot of the stuff on this list. Maybe not a lot of it, but a solid amount, solid enough if you ask me. Splitgate 2, A. Have I ever played Splitgate 1? No. Have I touched Splitgate 2 yet, despite the fact that it's been out already? No. But it's getting A for me because I think the trailer itself and the way that the guy like was like about to like show it off was super cool. Right? The trailer was super cool. It was actually kind of freaking sick if you ask me. And the guy like as he was on stage promoting it, he was like he was just saying it how it is. It was inspiring, honestly. Like bro was like he grew up playing Halo. He's tired of playing the same Call of Duty game every year. And and he wants what was it, Titanfall 3? I don't remember the game. I don't remember the third one. And you know what? He's just I think he's just given the gaming community what we want. And you know what? That's solid. I give him full marks for that. Is it S though? Probably not. Probably not. Acts of Blood. E. It's E. Like it looks cool, I guess. But like I don't know. It doesn't look polished. It doesn't look finished. Like I think it was cool, but this it's just not really for me. Like it's not like going in the not for me thing. It's just like nah. Nah. Uh Animo. Animo? How do you freaking say this game? I think it's a solid D or C. I'll put it in C. I thought it was cute. I liked the designs for the little creatures and whatnot. I like the like goopy guy that wears the armor. I think he's very funny looking. But I don't know if I like it enough to put it in B. So it's a C for me. It got a lot of points though. I'll tell you that. Age of Mythology, not for me. It's not for me. I never really liked playing those sort of games. Not growing up, not now. Just never have. Arc Raiders. I've never heard of this game in my life, but apparently a lot of people are sort of hyped for it, I guess. If you ask me, I would put it in C. But like, you know, if something comes out to change my mind, if I learn more about it after this, then you know, I will be sure to perhaps change my ranking. Atomic Heart 2. Funny thing, I was like I didn't know what game it was at first until like I saw like the gold robot, like the gold faceless robot girl, whatever. And like I jokingly said to myself, "Oh, Atomic Heart." And it actually was Atomic Heart. Like I was joking. I just saw like a faceless robot and I made that like joking assumption. I didn't actually think it was going to be Atomic Heart 2. And also, the trailer made the game look cool. Right? It looked cool, if you ask me. I think it was super sick. I would probably put that in B. That's a B for me. I do like it a lot though. Yeah, we're just gonna go out of order, I guess. I don't really care all too much about it. It's alright. Where's Into the Unwell? Okay, it's right here. I'm blind, I guess. This is that Game Freak game, I think, that they showed off at the Xbox thing. Right? It looks like it. I'm gonna assume that it is. It is. Okay. I gotta sneeze. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. That hurt. Anyway. D. Like, I think it's gonna be a cool game. Did y'all hear that? My desk growled at me. Ugh. I think it's gonna be a really cool game, potentially. But like, it doesn't look finished. Like, same thing that I said here for Acts of Blood, but I do think like it's a cooler concept than Acts of Blood, so I put it in a higher tier than it. So yeah. Black Ops 7. Solid S. I personally, I don't really play a lot of the Call of Duty games. I used to when I was younger, right? I loved Infinite Warfare, primarily for the zombies mode. I think Infinite Warfare has the best zombies. You can't change my mind on that. But yeah. I think Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is a solid S, but like primarily like the trailer, in terms of the trailer itself, it subverted my expectations. Right? You love to see that in a game trailer. Like, I didn't think it was Call of Duty, right? It looked like a whole different game. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell if you tried. Let's be honest with ourselves. You wouldn't. But yeah. Like I wasn't able to tell that it was Black Ops until like they flat out said it. So, yeah, that was super cool. It's a solid S for me. This game, not for me. Blighted. It's a drink box game. I love drink box, dude. I loved Guacamelee when I was younger. I loved Nobody Saves the World. That's one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm mad that it got removed from Xbox Game Pass, because now I can't play it anymore because I don't know how much money it costs off the top of my head, and and I don't know where to get like a gift card, because you know I can't just go out into the world whenever I want. Also, roads in my city are freaking, they freak me out, man. There's no better road to die on than in the city that I live in. But yeah, Blighted for me is a solid A. I think it's gonna be super sick. I love drink box games. I think it's gonna be amazing when it comes out. But I feel like they could do a little bit more to hook me in on it. But it is a very strong A, if you ask me. Very strong A. This freaking another burp, excuse me. This Dawn Walker game, not for me. It's just not. Like, I don't think it's gonna be bad, right? But the frames in the trailer, dude, you could count them. You could count them. And I'm just not a fan of how it looked, to be honest. It just wasn't for me. This Chronicles Medieval game, solid B, if you ask me. That game did look freaking sick. Like, graphically, like the game was really nice, and like the animated section of the trailer that they showed off was really sick. I think that game has a lot of potential, but it's not A or S, if you ask me. Chrono Odyssey. C. It looked good, but it's just kind of somewhere in the middle for me. Clockwork Revolution? I can't read it from here. and I can't zoom in either. But yeah, I have it so like it's just a window on my monitor. It's just a window. Um, but this is another solid B for me. Like I think it looked super cool. It had a similar issue with these two. Like I don't feel like it looked finished for like the combat, at least the combat. But like the rest of it did look super good, right? I feel like it might be like a spiritual successor to a multitude of games. Do I know those games off the top of my head? Of course not. But 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 yeah, I did think it looked cool. Chronos. That's another B for me. It looked very Dead Space-esque, and I thought that was super sick. Right? I loved that. I gotta play the Dead Space games. That's another game I haven't played, and someone is gonna hate me for that. I guarantee you, someone will hate me for not having played that. But yeah, that I would say that's solid. It's very solid as a B. Code Vein 2. I've never played Code Vein 1. I really wanted to, right? I think it might still be on Game Pass if I'm not mistaken. So I'll have to check that out when I find the chance. But yeah. Like I didn't think it was Code Vein 2, right? Like not until they said it. But yeah, I think that was super cool. It was a C. It was a C though. Uh, Deadpool VR. B. I say B because we've established this. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a comic book fan. I love Deadpool. Deadpool is great. But I also see a lot of potential in the game. Am I gonna play it? No, I don't have a MetaQuest 3. Right? I don't have that. But I do think that it will be a cool game if you ask me, right? And I feel like Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool is actually a pretty solid casting, if you ask me. It's pretty solid. So, yeah. Sorry if I sounded weird there. I was talking through my shirt. I don't know why, but I was. But yeah, I see a lot of potential in the game. If it turns out to be bad, I'll move it down maybe a tier or two. If it turns out to be super good, from what I hear, I'll move it up. I'm getting an ad for Mitsubishi. I, I, I don't. That doesn't apply to me. It doesn't. Um, Death Stranding 2. A, only because they didn't show gameplay. Only because they didn't show gameplay. We have seen gameplay footage, granted, but like it was a separate thing entirely. So I feel like if they showed a little bit of that, it would have hooked me in a little bit more. But yeah, solid A. The Dune game was a B. It was cool. I don't really have a huge opinion on it, but it was a B. End of Abyss. I don't remember this game being showed at all, actually. D. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, I do remember. That was like that sort of Little Nightmares looking game where the character had like a gun. That was cool actually. That was cool. C though. C. Cause like again, you gotta hook me in on it. Show me more. Show me a boss fight for that game. Or what a boss fight would look like. If there's gonna be a boss fight. Somebody count how many times I said boss fight there. Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1. I don't remember this game at all, actually. This is one that I don't remember. D. Fallout 76 Gone Fission. D. They literally showed it at the start of the Xbox thing. It was like the first hour of the stream, right? All of that buildup was to tell us, hey, you can go fishing now. That was lame. That was lame, if you ask me. Um, a Fate's End. A Fate's End? At Fate's End? I can't read from here. B. It looked like a super cool game. I think I recognize the dev team. I'll have to go back and check who developed it, but it did look super cool. I like the combat, I like the art style, everything about it was just super good. But it didn't hook me in enough to put it at any of these higher tiers. Felt That Boxing. Another B. I think the name is really funny. It's a play on words. Because it's like felt, like puppets that are made of felt, and like, ow, I felt that because you hit me, and it's a boxing game. I think it's super funny. It's a very unique game, and I love that. But you gotta hook me in. Show me more gameplay. That's an issue with a lot of these games. They didn't show enough gameplay, which kind of sucked because I want to actually see the game. But yeah, it, I think it looks cool. Final Fantasy, I can't read Roman numerals off the top of my head. I would have to Google that. Um, B, because it isn't like a new installment or like a remake of the game or anything, right? It's just like they're porting it or whatever, something like that. Which yeah is cool, but meh, I feel like they could do better. First Descendant. This is just like an update for the game. Y'all remember my OGs here at the Falco Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Falco, and will remember that I used to play the First Descendant. That was like one of the first games I would stream. Like my OGs, remember? That was like the very first game that I played and I really popped off with. But yeah. Like I'll put it at like D cuz like it was cool. I liked I liked the stuff they showed in it. But is it really like cuz it was really just an update basically, I think. That's what they were showing off. It was an update. 007, where did I put that on the other list? It was A. They didn't really show it though. They didn't show it. Hold on. No. Okay. Never mind. Hitman is on the list. I think I would have to rank 007 and Hitman together. Cuz they're basically the same in terms of what they showed off at Summer Game Fest. Cuz they didn't show off any of the 007 footage, but they showed off like a DLC update or whatever for Hitman, I think it was 3, where you can go to this casino and you can like kill like one of the James Bond villains, and they literally got Mads Mikkelsen in the game, which I think is super cool, right? Super cool. But it's a B. In all reality, it's a B. Fractured Blooms, C. It looked cool, right? It looked cool, but I don't think it was enough to warrant a C or a B from me. We have to get an F on this list. Where's that freaking mech game? I'm sorry, I think that game looked terrible. What was it called? But you know, I did not like how that game looked at all. Like it looked really bad. if you ask me. This was the game, I think. F. I'm sorry. I didn't like how it looked. It just looked like a cash grab. That being said, this game, they've got One Punch Man in it, so I can't put it too low, but it's a D. It's a D. That's it. Gears of War Reloaded. Another thing people are probably gonna hate me for. I've never touched a single Gears game. I never have. I would like. Well, actually, no. Technically, I have. I played it one time when I was at an associate's house, and and he kept winning because we were playing the freaking like multiplayer where you just kill each other. I think that's lame. If you ask me, that's lame for a multiplayer. Um, but yeah, no, I I think it was very solid. Like it was B. I'm glad that Gears is getting more content. It would have been S, or no, it would have been top tier if it was E Day, because I literally did like bingo while I was watching it, and E Day was on my Xbox list. So yeah, very solid B though, if you ask me. Game of Thrones: War of Westeros. I know a lot of people thought this game was cool. Nah, it's a C for me. It's a C. I don't think it looks bad, right? It looks good. But like they didn't show any gameplay. That's another thing. They didn't show gameplay. Until we see gameplay, it's a C. It's a C. Grounded 2 S. Grounded is such a cool concept for a game because I don't think like before the first Grounded dropped, I don't think any other survival game had or was anything like it. Like it's if you ask me, probably one of the best survival games ever. Like I didn't really play the original very much, but I still enjoyed it from what I did play. I feel like though they should add a few more characters to play as. Like the original cast is cool and all, but like playing with just like 3 other friends, I don't feel like is enough. Add 2 more or 3. Add 2 or 3 more characters. That's all I ask. They could be anybody. They could be Dr. Tully for all I care. Uh, this game D. Actually, no. Just not for me. It also kind of like something I don't get is like the appeal of like why did it look the way it did? It looked so old. And I love old games, right? I love just playing like old Xbox 360 games. It's just nostalgic for me. But it's like releasing them in 2025 when they could look a lot better. I don't know. It just doesn't exactly appeal to me. High on Life 2. I did not expect it at all. I loved the first game. It like I'm literally in the middle of replaying it right now. But I loved the first game so much. I might get some flack for that. I already know. But I thought it was like a super fun game, super good concept. But yeah, no, I'm hyped for that. I really like it. Ill A. It looks super cool, right? Actually no. Like I'd put it right next to Atomic Heart 2 because it's being developed by the same dev team. It's being developed by Mundfish. Did I get a text? Why did my phone vibrate? I did. The frick are we doing? Here I go again, reloading the stream because it closed. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, no. It's being developed by Mundfish, and it also looks super cool. That little bit at the end though, with all those like little like baby zombies or whatever, that was nasty. I didn't like that. I liked that they kicked it, but I didn't like the little like nasty looking babies things with like maggots crawling out of them. I, look, it looks like a cool game though, so B. Hi B. Indiana Jones DLC? B. It's cool. Right, it's cool. But is it anything to write home about? I'm not sure. Infinitesimals. Actually, no, I would put Indiana Jones in C, and then this game in B, because I think we need more games where you're just super small. And not in the sense where it's like, oh, you're like, you're... How do I explain that? I'm just not gonna. I think we need more games where you're just like small and just in the grass and just kicking it with bugs and stuff. I think it's super cool. More games should do that. Into the Unwell. This game looks sick. I love this art style. I love like the classic cartoon animation style of games. Like those are amazing to me. That's an S. Absolute S. You can't change my mind. Invincible versus another S. I don't care what you tell me. I mean, like, we've wanted an Invincible game for so long. A lot of people were a little disappointed because it wasn't like an open world, like sort of Spider-Man, Insomniac sort of game. It wasn't like what I wanted from an Invincible game, right? Was like an Insomniac Spider-Man sort of game where you get to like fly around the planet or whatever, do all that sort of stuff. But I wanted it to have like God of War style combat. That's what I wanted. But the fact that it's a fighting game is so awesome to me, because that works too. I never would have thought about that. It just works. And I love everything about it. I didn't know that was in development at all. I didn't know that there was like there's a website for it too. There's a website. I'm not gonna pull it up on stream, but you could literally pull it up on Google. Invincibleversus.com. Not sponsored, but Skybound hit me up. But yeah, like, yeah, no, I love this. It went on my Steam wish list as soon as possible. Jurassic World Evolution. It's a B. It's a B. I think it's cool that they're making another one of those like Jurassic World like sort of Planet Coaster type games. Have I ever played them? No, but I do think it's cool. And they got Jeff Goldblum to voice in the trailer. And all the little baby dinosaurs were super cute, so it got points off of that for me. Keeper. S. I love Double Fine. I love Psychonauts. I love Brutal Legend. I love Broken Age. I love Costume Quest 1 and 2. I love all those games. So the fact that Double Fine is putting out something like brand new, for me, that's the best thing I could ask for. I don't care what it is. I will play it. I will. And I will love it. Killer in D. D. It just didn't look interesting to me. Like it's cool. Like I like those sort of games where you could just like play it with your friends and whatnot. But like again, much like the freaking like where is it? Much like the Dawnwalker thing, you could count the frames. It didn't look finished. So yeah, no, like it just didn't look like it was for me. I'm not gonna put it in not for me though, because like I feel like I would try it out at some point. Planet of Lana. Lana 2, C. I've never heard of the game in my life. It looks super nice, don't get me wrong, but it just seems alright. Last Flag is like a 70s sort of game. Like it takes place in the 70s. It reminds me a lot of Incognito Inc. I think it might be the same dev team, because that took place in the 70s too. I think it's cool, but it's a C. It's a C. Oh, is it like burp pills? All I had to eat today so far was a muffin. I had a muffin for breakfast. That was it. Oh, Jesus. But yeah. It like that's a C. Like it looks cool. It looks like it'd be fun with like friends. But nah. Lego Party. F. F. Actually, you know what? No. Actually, yeah. I don't want to put it in bottom tier, but it is F, if you ask me. You know why? Because it's just Mario Party, but Legos. It is. That's all it is. Like, I don't think we need more, like, Mario Party games. Or Mario Party sort of like style games to play with friends. If you want to play Mario Party, play Mario Party. Don't be buying these freaking like, oh hey, we can do this sort of game too. Huh? Are you broke? Buy our game instead. It's still gonna be like $50, but you know what? That's video games, baby. No, I hate that. It it looked bad. I'm not gonna put it in bad, but it looked bad. I might put it in bad. It's going in bad. I've changed my mind. Lego Voyagers, on the other hand, how do you go from this adorable little game to this? I don't get that. I don't get that. They had like they had gold right here, and then they went to like they deranked to bronze immediately to freaking copper. But yeah, no, I think this game is super cool. I like this a lot. If I can find a friend to play it with, I will play it with them. Will I stream it? I don't know. Probably not. But I do think it looks super cute. I really like how it looks. And it's an Annapurna game. So, what more can I ask for? I love Annapurna. Like I I played The Artful Escape, and I think that game is a masterpiece. It won an award. I don't know what award it won, but it won an award, and you know what? I think it deserves an award. Um, Speaking of Annapurna and The Artful Escape, Mixtape, which was also developed by Beethoven and Dinosaur, same as The Artful Escape, I feel like it's a B, right? I feel like they should show off more to really hook me in. I feel like it could be a cool game, but like, ow, sorry, I bumped my head. Did the thing end? Holy crap, it ended. My, I mean, I guess I have been streaming for like an hour, so yeah, I'll just go to the next one. But yeah, no, like, I feel like it's a B. Very solid B. It has potential though. I just need to see more. Lies of P DLC. I think it was cool. I've never played Lies of P. but I feel like I do feel like it was cool. Actually, no, it's E for me. It's E. I've never played Lies of P. I know a lot of people love that game. I know a lot of people were excited that the DLC dropped the same day as Summer Game Fest. But like, I don't know. Until I can play Lies of P to form an opinion on it, it's just meh. And it's DLC too. It's just DLC. It's no sequel. It's no like major update. It's just like DLC, which is cool, but nah. Mafia: The Old Country. C. Someone there's gonna be like a few people who hate me for that, because I know a lot of people have been looking forward to the new Mafia game, but not necessarily me. I've never played any of the Mafia games. And you know what? I'm content with that. I might play it if, you know, the time ever happens to arise, but you know what? It's just not gonna happen now. Super Meat Boy 3D. I love this. I love that. The fact that we're getting any new Meat Boy content is amazing to me. I love Meat Boy. I literally have Super Meat Boy forever on the Epic Games Store, on the Epic Games launcher. If y'all want to see that, let me know. But I love this. Everything about this makes me smile. It's super cool. Mina the Hollower. A. I think the fact that the Shovel Knight team is putting out a new IP entirely is so sick. It's so freaking cool. I love that. Is it A? Probably not until I see more. Or is it S? Probably not until I see more. But it is a very solid A. Mind's Eye. C. It just didn't catch my interest really. It looked cool though. Mortal Shell 2. This trailer was freaking sick. It was sick. It was freaking metal, and it was like like grungy, and it was like dark. It was like Dark Souls but metal, and it was sick. And there was like guns. It was awesome. I love that trailer. Solid, very solid B though. Mouse, another B. It was a short trailer. Didn't show off too much gameplay. Didn't reveal too much. But Troy Baker's the VA. And also in general, I'm super hyped for that game. Cause I discussed it earlier with Into the Unwell. I love like games with like old style cartoon animation as their art style. I love that. I love that. I think like the surgence or resurgence of that or whatever really started with Cuphead back in like 2016, 2017. But yeah, no, I adore those types of games. Those are my bread and butter. I don't know if bread and butter is the right term for that. It's not a bad term to use, but is it fitting? I'm not sure. This like Korean, I think, might be accidental racism on my part if I'm wrong. This like zombie game, D. It didn't catch my interest. It was just okay. I'd put it in not for me. It looked okay though. Ninja Gaiden 4. Solid A. Solid A. Never played a Ninja Gaiden game. Never played a single one. Actually, if that was the case, why did I put it in A up here? Actually, no, they're both in A. They're both in A. Never mind. But you know, I think that's super sick. The fact that like we're getting a new installment into like this Ninja Gaiden is awesome. I love that. Nickelodeon or Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. E like it was cool, right? But like they need to show more. Because like if you're gonna show off those like few seconds of gameplay, like like the gameplay didn't look really polished, to be completely fair. It looked good, but it didn't look polished. I that was the worst stutter I think I've said all day. It looked good, but it didn't look polished. I said looked again. It didn't look polished. Which I feel like they could work on. But that's just based off those very few seconds of gameplay. It looks interesting, right? The fact that we're getting a new sort of Nicktoons game in 2025 is awesome. But like, and the gameplay was cool, right? Right? It looked like a roguelite, like a Nicktoons roguelite, which is super sick. But those few seconds of gameplay I don't feel like are enough, you know? Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I know this is just an announcement that they're adding 2 more characters and the fact that this game has already been announced. But shut up. Okay? Shut up. I've already made my peace. I already freaking have explained to you multiple times. I love Marvel stuff. I love comic books. I'm a nerd. I know this game's already been announced. But it's coming out in winter, probably before the holidays start. So I have every right to be hyped for this. I love this. And it's being developed by the Shredder's Revenge. Is it Revenge? Shredder's Revenge team. Which is sick. I've never played Shredder's Revenge. I should. I really should. But I love like these beat 'em up style games. I think they're amazing. And the fact that we're getting more is immaculate. And the dev team, Tribute, the dev team, are on an absolute grind set, and I love it. You know why? Because they're putting out a Scott Pilgrim game also, Scott Pilgrim X, which is also an immediate S. Immediate S. I'm skipping through the list just to put it up there. This right here is my dream. This is a dream come true for me. I love Scott Pilgrim. So the fact that we're getting a new game for like the first time in years, because like I have to Google it now. I I have to Google it. I know I said I wasn't gonna Google anything, but when did the first Scott Pilgrim game come out? It came out all the way back in 2010, dude. The fact that we're getting this is like, gaming is so back, dude. We're so back. I love this. I adore everything about this. This dev team has my heart and soul, and I love it. But that's an S. Mio, and I can't read the subtitle. I don't know. It's going in the I don't know tier. Because I don't remember it. I just don't remember it at all. Final Fantasy B. It gets points for being Final Fantasy, yeah, but like like it at the end of the day, like yeah, it's super cool, but at the end of the day, from what I'm aware, it's just like a port or something, or like an update or whatever. Fortnite. This was just to like advertise the event for the end of the season. I didn't play because I was hanging out with my friend. He came over. We were talking about like all kinds of different like other games and whatnot that were happening. I mean, I played like a few hours like after he left, and I checked out the new season. Cause like the new season came out like 5 hours after the event, which is crazy to me. My opinion on the season, it's okay. Probably not the best season they've put out, but I do like the Superman skin and Robin and that chameleon guy. I think he's really funny. Um, in terms of like items, the like dual wield guns are kind of mid. I haven't really used the gloves, either of the different gloves. But the Superman sprite is insane. But yeah, no, Fortnite's like a C for me for this tier list. There are no ghosts at the Grand. It's a solid B. I think it's a unique idea for a game. It looked fun. And the music was bumping too. They get points off of that. The music in that trailer was bumping. I loved that. And there's also a cat, so it gets points. It gets cat points. But yeah, it looked cool. It was like Power Wash Simulator, but with a story. That's a description of it that I heard. Power Wash Sim with a story. This game, it's another B. It's cool, but will I play it? Probably not. Uh, this freaking Seven Deadly Sins game, it's another B. It gets points just off the fact that it's anime. It's Seven Deadly Sins. Outer Worlds 2. It's a B. I'm sorry, it's a B, if you ask me. I think it was cool, all the different stuff that they showed off. But I haven't even played Outer Worlds 1, dude. I know a lot of people love it though, so I'm gonna put it there, right? It gets points. Out of Words. B. Actually, you know what? No. This is an A. I love the fact that we're getting like claymation games. Like I love that so much. Cause I grew up watching like all the different like Leica movies and like Wallace and Gromit. Like I grew up watching Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I grew up watching freaking like Paranorman and like Kubo. Was that what it was called? Kubo? I'm gonna stick with Kubo. And like I didn't really watch Coraline when I was younger, but it freaked because it like freaked me out for like a scene or two. But I did think it was cool. I grew up with those like stop motion movies and I loved them. Like Box Trolls, like all that stuff. I loved those, dude. Those were just such like the Leica movies and like the freaking Aardman animation studio, all those movies have a special place in my heart. Stop motion in general has a special place in my freaking heart. But like I love the fact that we're getting games in that style. I think it's amazing. And it also gets points because there was a funny little guy in the trailer and he was blue and he would float. Persona 4 Revival. Like I said for the Scott Pilgrim thing, in terms of gaming this year and like in 2026, we are living in my dream. My actual dream. Okay? I haven't played Persona 3 Reload, which I should, but it's also like 70 bucks or 60 or whatever. I really want to play it. But you know what? I don't know if I will. Because you know what? We're getting a Persona 4 remake. Persona 4 is like my favorite. Out of out of 3, 4, and 5, 5 is a strong second. But 4 is where it's at for me. I love 4. I love freaking the town. I love the world. I love freaking Teddy and Naoto and freaking I love the protagonist. I love everything about that game. That game is amazing. Granted, in my current playthrough of 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 Golden, which I have not I'm not making that for the channel or whatever, but in my like personal time, I've been playing it on my PS5. I have not gotten past Shadow Yukiko. I hate her so much, but I still love that game so much. Persona 4 is like it's peak. It's peak. You can't change my mind on that. But like this is top tier. And we didn't even see very much of it, but the fact that it even got announced at all is amazing. Resident Evil Requiem S. The reaction to this trailer was crazy. Actually insane. Like nobody knew it was Resident Evil until they saw like the Raccoon City Police Department sign, and it was like the reaction that I saw to that was like so crazy. And the fact that we're even getting RE9 is amazing. And yes, it's RE9. Alright? I know it says Requiem. But in the trailer, when it said Requiem, right? It had the RE and the Q turned into a 9. This is Resident Evil 9. Alright? This is gonna be peak. I can already tell you. Resonance. It's like that China game, right? I know, and I know that, right? Because they said something about China in the announcement. Actually, no. This is the China game. C. This is B. I'm bad at reading, folks, let me tell you. I can read, I'm just not good at it. I don't know a reason for why I rank those where I did off the top of my head. So, yeah. Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver. B. I think that's super sick. I think the art style is nice. The sound, you already know the soundtrack is going to be insane, right? It's going to be actually crazy. They didn't show too much of it. They didn't show too much gameplay, but it's actually so sick. As like the combat looks awesome. Scum. C. This is like the coffee stain game, I think, right? I don't remember. I I think this was it. I genuinely don't remember. But there was one game that Coffee Stain was working on. I think this was it. And I like in the trailer I could like I felt just an inherent Coffee Stain energy, cuz like in the gameplay it just felt very Goat Simulator to me. Goat Simulator, but you're a human and you have a gun and there's zombies. That's what it was to me. It looked cool though, but it wasn't a V. It was a C. Sea of Thieves update or new season? C. It's just an update, dude. Why do we need to announce updates? Like, unless it's a huge, practically game-changing update, it doesn't need to be showed off at these, I don't think. I don't... Am I crazy? I don't know. Street Fighter 6, on the other hand, this is an exception. This is an exception. This is a DLC, granted, but for me personally, and everybody else in the FGC, this was hype. The way they showed it off was kind of weird, right? It was like Kenny from wrestling. I don't know. I don't freaking watch wrestling. I don't know who he is. But it was like him in like costumes of the characters. But yeah, like it was cool. I really like Alex's design. I think the fact that Crimson Viper's back in the game is awesome. I think the fact that they put Sagat in the game is amazing. He's gonna be insane. Just off that gameplay footage that they showed of him, he's gonna be insane. I didn't know about Ingrid. Let me tell you, I had no clue Ingrid existed until this was announced. I was like, who the frick is Ingrid? I've never seen Ingrid in my life. I've seen every other character but Ingrid. So like, yeah, it was cool, but like, it's S for me personally. I love Street Fighter. We're almost done with the tier lists, everybody. We're almost done. Solo leveling Arise Overdrive. It's B. I think it's cool. We're getting like a freaking um like solo leveling game. I think this is already announced. I heard some people talking about that. But yeah, like I think it's super cool. I think it looks fun. But it's a B. Stranger Than Heaven. This is an S. This is an S. Just right out the gate, this is an S. Like, this is Project Century we're talking about here, dude. They finally dropped a name for it. They freaking like the gameplay looked phenomenal. The music was insane. Just everything about it had just an aura of like peak. And you know what? That's all I can ask for. I feel like Yakuza fans. This isn't a Yakuza game in any way. I think it might be. Actually, no. It's not a Sega game. It might have some people that worked on Yakuza in the dev team, but it's not Yakuza. But I think Yakuza fans as a whole will eat that up. They, I guarantee you, Yakuza fans will love this game. Like the trailer just went hard. That's all I have to say. That's all I gotta say. The Cube, B. Like I feel like it's cool, right? It's in the Atomic Heart universe, but between Atomic Heart 2 and Ill, I feel like the Cube was just a little bit weaker than the other two. Still B, granted, still B, because it did look cool. I just feel like it was weaker than the other two. I did like that funny little guy that they showed at the end of it, the little like plant guy. I thought he was funny. I thought he was cute. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. This game was already announced, but you know what? For me, it's going an S. I love everything about this. I don't think I need to say anything else about it. Like, bro, you can play it as freaking Doomslayer. There's gonna be a SpongeBob level, and you can play as Doomslayer. It's gonna be crazy. I already know. Toa or Toa. I'm gonna say Toa, and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. S, not S. A. I think it's super cool. Oh, what's up? Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's a freaking view bot. To any of the YouTube video, people, because I'm gonna post this as a video in case anybody at all watches this. This was streamed live at twitch.tv/Falcto. Please follow me. I don't need any more view bots, man. But yeah, I think this is gonna be super cool. What did I just rank? Or yeah, Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. I think it looks like a super cool game. I think it looks fun. I like the art style a lot. I like that freaking fish guy, right? I guarantee you, I will always play as that fish guy in the event that I play this game. The fish guy will be my go-to. Either him or that funny looking dog, or like that dude who was like short and he had a really big like Cloud Strife sort of Final Fantasy like Buster Sword. Like that. I think that's super nice. I really like how this game looks. Wildgate A. I think that game looks super fun. I think it's like almost on the same level as Splitgate 2, except it's not split like a battle royale, if that makes sense. I think the gameplay looks super fun. It looks really unique. I like the art style. Yada yada. And then like the Wuthering Waves thing, B. It's Wuthering Waves. It looked cool, but you know, I don't have much to say on it. And that's it. That's the tier list, or tier lists, I should say, because there were in fact two of them. No bottom tiers on this one. Very close, but none that were directly D, which I think was very solid. And this one, for the like, I feel like this is a solid list. I like it. But yeah, no, I loved pretty much everything about Summer Game Fest and everything that was going on in it this year. But I don't care if I'm accidentally promoting. Shout out to Erop and Cream Puff on Tier Maker for these lists. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about my ranking. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I can freaking get rid of you now. Where is that? But yeah, no, like, let me know what you guys think about my ranking in like the comments or whatever. This was streamed live at twitch.tv/Falcto. Remember the underscore at the end. Please and thank you. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this video. And I, my friends, will catch you in the next one. I don't know why, but I hate the way that I said that. Bye! I've never felt like so meant to love.